Hello mga ka-teach! Isang maligayang araw na naman po sa ating lahat. It's been 2 weeks no since the last time I visited my YouTube channel due to overwhelming workloads. Fortunately today I am over the moon because I was given this chance to share with you another knowledge about teaching ESL online. Like what I've been saying on my previous videos, this channel has been conceptualized with my goal of helping you guys in understanding about this industry. By the way, this is Miss Adele, a licensed professional teacher, a TESOL and TEFL certified, an experienced ESL trainer, and currently the general manager of an online company. There were questions which were sent by some applicants concerning specific questions that are being asked during the interview of certain companies. Like, ma'am, what are the specific questions so I could already prepare in advance? Or could you tell me the questions, mom, so I could practice my answers before I will take my interview? Well, as an HR manager myself, and based from my almost 20 years of teaching, 14 years of which are online teaching, and I went through lots of companies already, there aren't so called specific questions. Almost always, questions are changing and are being asked spontaneously depending on the applicant's response. No HR manager would use the same and scripted instrument to assess applicants' skills. There might be a list of questions for each category, but not the same to all applicants. So, how I'm gonna help you prepare for your interview? Well, that's our topic today. Stay tuned. The question is how to pass your interview in an ESL setting. I want to make clear muna that I'm going to talk about the general concept and not the specifics. The aim of this video is to give you an idea of possible questions which could be asked during the interview. So, what are the questions? First, questions which are directed about your basic information, like your name, your address, your course or your major, certificates, where have you seen the company's ad, and so on. Then, the next is your work experience. You elaborate your experiences, especially your teaching experience, emphasizing your online teaching experience. If you don't have an online teaching experience, but you have a regular school teaching experience, highlight that. However, if you don't have teaching experience at all, you could use your experience tutoring your kids at home or assisting your nieces and nephews doing their homeworks or maybe their modules, and tell the HR manager that you are very much willing to be trained. One category of questions is your availability. You see, most online companies are looking for teachers who could commit a time, no, which is suited to the company's peak hours, especially those which are assigning regular students to teachers. They want to make sure of the teacher's availability. Kaya ang masasuggest ko sa mga aplikante, before submitting yourself for an interview, make sure na kaya mo yung peak hours ng company. Usually, they include that sa ads nila. And also, during the interview, be true to yourself. Kung hindi mo naman kayang mag-open ng classes sa hinihingi nilang time, please be honest, no? Don't waste your time and the company's time and effort as well. The next list of questions is testing your teaching skills. HR managers usually ask situational questions about teaching online, like how to handle rude students, what you should do if your students or your student doesn't answer you at all? How do you deal with a stage parent? How do you teach animals to a low beginner pupil, etc.? So in this part, titignan ni HR manager yung strategies mo no, in teaching, yung skills mo kung paano mo i-handle ang different kinds of students in a different or in different situations. Next ones are hypothetical questions. Yung iba sinasabi, ano ba naman yun? Parang Miss Universe ang mga questions. Anong connect ng question na yun sa teaching? Pero yes, may mga ganitong questions talaga. Like, how would you promote world peace? Is globalization beneficial to different countries? Yes, may mga ganyang questions. Now, let's move on to the speaking skills which are given emphasis why the need for an interview. And you must be careful with these skills, okay? The first skill is, of course, your grammar. How do you construct your sentences? Your subject verb agreement, the use of verb tenses, prepositions, and so on. Well, this is the list that the hiring manager is looking at kasi maraming mga owners ng company na hindi din naman magaling mag-speak ng English. So, paano nila mag-gauge yung grammar level mo? But mind you, especially sa mga Korean companies, kahit they can't speak English fluently, ang gagaling ng mga yan sa grammar. No? They can detect your grammar flaws, kaya speak slowly but not too slow naman so you can minimize your mistakes. The second one is your fluency. Do you have the ability to talk longer without hesitations? Expressing your thoughts and opinions continuously? Yung you don't need to search for words sa brain mo. There are no long pauses, intermittent stuttering, those kinds of things. And lastly, and the most important skill so far na hinahanap ng mga foreign owners or mga presidents or mga managers ay ang pronunciation mo. You don't need to sound like a native speaker. Kaya sometimes exaggerated naman masyado ang ginagawa ng iba because from the very beginning, they know that we are Filipinos. But if you really have that accent innately na hindi pilit na pilit, then why not, right? So there you go mga ka-teach. These are all the requirements you have to consider before taking your interview. I hope this video would be of great help to those preparing for their ESL interview. Thank you for your time mga teach. Have a nice day. Goodbye.